What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the 56th episode of the Next Man Up podcast. Today it's just going to be the three of us, me, Latif, and Q. I think Max is in class right now, and we're going a little bit earlier than usual. Um, yeah, it's like 11 where I'm at, where me and Latif are at, and I think it's like 12 where Q is at. Anyways, this is going to be talking about basketball. The NBA season just started, so we're just going to get into some topics. You see the socials at the top. If you haven't subscribed or followed to those, make sure you do that. And yeah, we can just hop into it. So early this morning, I think around like 1 o'clock. You know what? It's actually pretty funny because I think it was like Paul George. The Paul George trade happened like early in the morning, and then now like the James Harden trade happened like early in the morning. So I thought that was pretty funny. But James Harden got traded to the Clippers, for not much actually. To be honest, I should have been prepared and pulled it up. The details. I think it was like Nick Batum, Robert Covington, um, some pick swaps, something like that. Let me make sure.
Yeah, it was Nick Batum, Robert Covington. I think a 2028 first round pick, and then eventually the Thunder got involved in the deal, and they got a 2026 first somehow from the Thunder. I think it's like heavily protected though. It's like the lesser of their 2026 picks, so not a great deal for
Right.
Philly in in retrospect, but for months they've been losing
Let
leverage.
me let me just say the Sixers got Marcus Morris, Nick Batum, Robert Covington, KJ Martin, multiple draft picks and a pick swap. And then the Clippers got James Harden, PJ Tucker, and Philip Kusevich. Petric. I don't know. I don't know this his last. But yeah. So, Teef, how do you feel about that, man?
Like I said, the Clippers have been losing. I mean, not the Clippers. The Sixers have been losing leverage for months and months, and it was reports coming out that they didn't want to trade Man, and that was like the first indicator. Like, yeah, they don't have any leverage. This is not going to be a good trade. So I'm not surprised about the package being terrible, just because they have no leverage. James Harden on the last year's deal, he wasn't playing. They didn't want him to play for the team anymore. The situation between Daryl Morey and him was irreparable, unrepairable, however you say it. Um, so I didn't really think that they're going to get a great package. So I wasn't surprised. I was asleep though. I woke up about like 3 o'clock in the morning, check my phone. I'm like, this is crazy. So I was sitting there for like hours and hours trying to think about how I really felt about this trade and how I felt about the Clippers. And honestly, like this move for the Clippers does not move me that much. Honestly, it does not. They got James Harden. I think like it puts them into the tier with the Suns and the Nuggets for sure. But are they championship favorites? No. It's a lot of questions with this team. A lot of questions. You got is James Harden going to perform in the playoffs? Is Kawhi Leonard going to be healthy? Is Paul George going to be healthy? It's too much stuff that has to go right with this team when this team has historically had bad luck, especially with injury history, for me to be like greatly moved. Was it a good deal for the Clippers? Yes. Was it the right move for the Clippers? Yes. They had to go all in. They went all in with Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, and they are like they had like two years left on their deal or something like that. So they had to make this move to increase their ceiling. We've seen all the other teams throughout the league making moves to get better. But like, am I like, oh, honestly, like, I feel like I woke up this morning like they got a little bit better. They got a little bit better. Like, just because what does that say?
Hold on.
It says I'm
I don't
scared of
know
them.
if yeah, bro. Like I
Yeah,
feel like you're switching up right now.
I'm not because that was like an instant reaction. But when I just told you I thought about it for a long time, and I came to my sisters like, bro, it's James Harden in the playoffs when he's been falling off as of late. It's Kawhi Leonard who is never healthy. It's Paul George who is never healthy. This Clipper team is never healthy. It's a lot of obstacles they're gonna have to go through just to get to the playoffs healthy, to go through 3 rounds of the playoffs healthy. Like in retrospect, it's like yes, they got better. Yes, they're in the same tier as the Suns and the Lakers right now, but they have so many questions, just like all the other teams in the NBA. So it's not like this trade was like, oh, they're favorites in the West. The Nuggets are still the favorites in the West. So that's how I feel.
I'm gonna go. So I don't have too much to say. I think this with this James Harden trade, I think this does make them puts them in that upper echelon, especially just with all the pieces that they have so far. again, like we've talked about on the pod many times, when it comes to the Clippers' success, it's always about staying healthy, and that's like the biggest if. I say that a lot. So if they do stay healthy, I think that this team can do a lot of damage. I think that this is a upgrade over Russell Westbrook offensively, move Russ to the bench. I don't know how the lineups will work. James Harden is still that I would say an elite playmaker. So with a starting lineup with James Harden, Paul George, Kawhi, I feel like that's gonna work fantastically. And then you have Man is gonna come back. You have Russ Man in the second unit. So I feel like if they can stay healthy, then this is a very very scary team. But again, I understand what you're saying when it comes to health with this team, that is the biggest if. But I don't know, man. If they can stay healthy, then this is a very, very, very scary team. Q, you can get into your spill.
The James Harden trade, that just like you said, they had to go all in, and all their top four players, they're gonna be basically free agents come next summer. They have a player option on all their deals except for James Harden and Russ, who are on 1 year deals or whatever. But they're going to a new stadium next year, and they potentially can have no stars. They have to at least sign two of those back to even make it worth it. Uh, the whole health thing, it helps to have James Harden because he's gonna basically almost Iron Man the regular season. So to lessen Kawhi and Paul George getting hurt, you lessen their load in game. Either lower their minutes or lessen their duties on ball, all ball, whatever it is. Because James Harden basically by himself could damn near run the show if you give him pieces like whatever you think of Russ, Terrence Mann, Norman Powell. That'll be enough on offense for them to do whatever they want to do. They would be considered better than the Suns in my opinion right now, but they're still not better than the Nuggets. They're fighting and clawing to be considered like that second tier contender type team, but it's just all on health, and we just gonna have to see what that look like. Hopefully, we get a good view, of them playing together. Like by February, we should know what they are, and then hopefully they could just hold up, all the way to July. But that's like big ifs, and you're still worrying about your future because you got to either you have to bring two of those back because you don't have no assets, no picks, no nothing. Like you're basically looking at this team probably for the next 4 years if you could sign all of them back, and that's gonna be hard, especially with the new CBA. Like it's a really just a this year type of thing. So they better capitalize and make the most of it.
Thing is, though, like I said, I don't think that puts them as sole contenders in the West. Not at all. Like they are not better than the Nuggets. Like I don't think this movement makes them better than the Nuggets. They don't have an answer for Jokic. No one has an answer for Jokic.
Yeah, I was
Um,
about to say.
so as far as right now, the Nuggets are the number one contender in the West. They should be championship favorites. I feel like possibly in the entire NBA outside like the Celtics. So this move obviously makes them a little bit closer to being on that same tier. But when I say I'm scared, it's because the idea of James Harden running that offense with two elite level 3 and D wings that can play on ball, that can play off ball. James Harden can, he can hit a spot up threes and he can play off ball sometimes. It's like that's scary, like the thought process of it. When you really break it down, it's like, bro, they have a lot. They got to stay healthy. That's the biggest thing. Also, like depending on where they seated at, they probably have to get they should probably aim for a top 4, top 3 seed because they don't want to play. Or actually, isn't the only way they can not play the Nuggets in the second round if they get the second seed? Or am I tripping?
Yeah, they have to be the second.
Yeah, if they don't get the second seed, I feel like they're the second round exit. Honestly, because if they face the Nuggets, they're gonna lose. I would literally bet a lot of money on the Nuggets beating them because again, this move does not make them. It actually makes them worse defensively, and it does not solve the Nikola Jokic problem, which is the biggest issue that they had with the Clippers. So, um, like Q said, yeah, they can have James Harden try to Iron Man the regular season because he is coming off a lot of rest and he hasn't even played this season. So once he gets back in the swing of things, he can it could be a night off where PG takes a night off, then Kawhi Leonard take a night off. They try to preserve them for the regular season, but we've seen in recent years that James Harden has became a little bit injury prone himself over the last few seasons. So even with him, it's not guaranteed that he's going to be on the court, and so that's why I just have too much questions. It's too many uncertainty for this trade to move me to the extent of where some people are. This team is a championship or bust team though for sure. If they don't win it this year, then it gets dark because they ain't gonna have enough money to re-sign Harden.
Yeah. Okay, so we talked about the Clippers side of things. But now let's get into the Sixers. So we talked about the returns that they got. They didn't get much. Um, so Latif, I know you said on Twitter that you think that it's just time to rebuild. So I just wanted to hear more of that, just more of the thought process.
It's been floating around that they might use this return from use a return from the Clippers to possibly get a star like Zach LaVine to come in and try to keep Joel Embiid happy there. But in the end, I don't think that's going to be enough to keep him happy. I think their vision going forward should be rebuilding. Scrap everything. The process has failed. It's over. Scrap it. You trading for Zach LaVine does not move the needle. He's not even better than James Harden, honestly. And like, so you trade for Zach LaVine, you're still going to be a second round exit, honestly. So trade Joel Embiid, get all those assets back, and hit the reset button because Zach LaVine is like $45+ million for the next 3 or 4 years. So trading for him makes no sense. And there's no other stars really on the market that's going to put you in Celtics Bucks tier. So just scrap it. It's over. You failed. Lick your wounds. It's a wrap. Just rebuild. You'll get a treasure chest from the Knicks for Joel Embiid, Emmanuel Quickly, Quentin Grimes, a load of first round picks. Try to Tobias Harris on the expiring, so you're gonna have a lot of deals. You could possibly trade him because a contender might want to use Tobias Harris on the last year his deal. So it's over. Just accept defeat. It's over. So that's why I said rebuild because Woj said in his article for ESPN when the trade first happened, they might be using these picks to go get a star level player. When that was Daryl Morey's, Daryl Morey said he wanted to do that, but bro, that's not going to move the needle enough. I'm sorry. Like Joel Embiid should request a trade if he hasn't already. That's the bottom line of it. That's why I was talking about that on Twitter. Initially, I thought, yeah, go get Zach LaVine. Like maybe they should, but no, not at all. Mm-mm.
Yeah, the Sixers, like you said, they should just trade Joel with the picks that they got back because they did get 2 first round picks and 2 seconds and the swap. They could also get 3 to 4 first round picks from the Knicks. They'll basically have 6 first round picks. They'll probably have Julius Randle. We understand what Julius Randle is in the playoff, but in the regular season, he's an all-star, all NBA adjacent type player. He's 20 plus, 10 rebounds, whatever he is. On like $27 million a year. That John Collins getting paid the same contract. We know he's way better than John Collins. You'll probably get back, quickly Mitch Robinson, a decent enough squad with how Tyrese Maxey has been playing the first couple of games of the season. There'll probably still be like a playoff-ish type team, probably, still fight for around that 6th, 7th, maybe 5 seed, and just do what you gotta do because you'll end up having to pay Maxey. He'll probably be your loan contract on that team, and you have a bunch of assets, and they could just, start to rebuild fresh. They could probably get, build through the draft, free agency, whatnot, and just, start with Tyrese Maxey. That's the best option. There's no reason to go get Zach LaVine. He doesn't really do much. Like you said, doesn't move the needle, doesn't push him into that Celtics tier. For them to even, get to an ECF or whatever, they have to, hope for a lot of things to fall their way, and that's just asking for too much and wasting, the prime of Joel. He's like 28. His contract, he's like on a contract that's just started. It's like 4 years, but there's no point of having him waste 2 of those years on a team that's not going nowhere. At least with the Knicks, they got a clear future and they have a puncher's chance to at least get to the ECF.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with what you guys are saying. I don't really have much to add to that. So are y'all ready to hop into these week 1 overreactions?
Yeah, we can.
Cool,
You
cool,
started because
cool.
you've been overreacting all week. You've been overreacting all week. You might as well go ahead and start this segment. It's actually been discussing what you've been doing over the last week. Unbearable, actually. Making me question a lot of things. Go ahead.
First off, what I do want to say is before I start with my whole little spiel, at the end of May, I will be getting a check with Q's name on it. I will be getting a check with Q's name on it.
You literally
Um,
don't know that. Like, you don't know that.
no,
Also,
no,
I would like
trust
to
me.
say, I would like to say, this is gonna be a TikTok, so I need you to introduce the topic appropriately because I need to make it a TikTok. So yeah.
Okay, so we're hopping into the week one overreactions for the NBA season. Like I was saying before I was interrupted, me and Q, if you've been paying attention to the podcast, we started a bet about DeAndre Ayton. He believed that DeAndre Ayton could up his points from last year from 18 to 22. And in prior episodes, I said, you know what, I don't think that's gonna be true. I think realistically it could be like 16 to 20 in that range. DeAndre Ayton hasn't so DeAndre Ayton hasn't even touched 18 points this season. I don't think he's gotten past 15 actually. He has been very dominant on the boards. And I know Teef was saying how a lot of this is on Scoot. I don't know how. I don't know how when he's
I didn't say a
naming
lot of it
himself
was on Scoot. I
dominating.
didn't say a lot. I
No,
said some of it.
you did. You
I said
did.
some of it was on Scoot. I said it wasn't
Okay,
the
you said some of it is on Scoot, which is true. Scoot is very hasn't been making um the right decisions in the pick and roll. He's relying too much on that floater, and that floater has not been falling. I have some more to say about Scoot. I don't think that he's the athlete that I thought he was, that we thought he was. I thought he was going to be like have a Derrick Rose, John Morant rookie season s thing, and it has been only been like 3 games, something like that. So I don't want to go too much into that. But the reason why I think that DeAndre Ayton is going to secure my money is because he's not he's not demanding the ball like at all. Again, you could talk about Scoot not getting the ball to him in the pick and roll, but if you look on paper going into the season, I wouldn't expect Malcolm Brogdon to be one of the leading scorers on this team. I would look at this roster and say, you know what, DeAndre Ayton should be is like one or two when it comes to being the best player on his team, and he's averaging what I think 8 points, 8.7 points, and like 14 boards, which is cool. He's dominating the boards, but he's not demanding the ball. So I think that's going to secure my money. That's all I wanted to say. That's really the only overreaction. I haven't had too many overreactions. I don't know why
That's the
Teep
only
was making it seem
overreaction.
like
That's the only overreaction you had.
You're
You're lying.
saying through 4 games, you think DeAndre Ayton is just never going to demand the ball ever through 4 games? You just think he's never going to do it?
I'm not saying never, but um, right now it's not looking too good, bro. That's
But
what I'm
that's what you
saying. It's just
that's what
not
you're
looking too
basing this
good.
on. You think you're gonna win because you somehow your soliloquy you think that DeAndre Ayton is just gonna be like this for the rest of the season based off
No,
these 4 games.
I don't think he's gonna stay at. I don't think he's gonna stay at 8 points per game. I think it can go up. I think it's gonna probably go up to like 17, somewhere around there. Just 22 is ridiculous, bro. He should be demanding the ball. I feel like this is the perfect time.
Even Pro Basketball Reference themselves projected him himself to go 22-12. Like because it's not based off actual data. You could literally predict that he
But
could produce those type of numbers.
we were talking about how he's gonna get more opportunity, more shots. He's in a
Right.
place where he wants to be, and that has not happened. I think the most shot attempts he had was I think 9, and he went 7 for 9. It was actually very efficient. I think they lost that game. They did lose that game because they just got their first win. They lost that game by a lot, by the way. And DeAndre Ayton is really supposed to be one of your best players on the team, and he's only shooting 9 times. So that's a problem, bro.
Basketball Reference, which is they have like actual analytics to do this, is have him average 21 and 12. So,
Right, that's cool. I think he'll get the boards. I think he'll get the boards. I always said that. I know he'll get the boards.
even
That's not
though
what you said either.
that's not what that one you're lying. Two,
Yeah, you ain't say that either.
So
Like,
okay,
it's
so you want me to go back?
you never said
you want me to go back?
You can go back. You never said
Cool.
you never said
go back.
you never said
Cool.
no boards.
Cool.
You never said
Cool.
no boards, bro. But okay, that's fine.
I didn't.
Regardless,
No.
we shouldn't go into a soliloquy about this, but you can go find it. That's cool. You're gonna be looking through a lot of it because we talked about DeAndre Ayton like 3 times. But like I said, it's 4 games in, and that was a terrible overreaction. You've been overreacting about Brandon Miller in school too. I've been seeing it. You've been smoking.
No, I
Yes, you have. Yes, you have.
That was actually a joke. Saying MJ may have cooked. I fear that's literally a joke. That's literally Twitter talk.
No, you said
MJ Cook. MJ Cook. Miller was the right pick.
No, MJ did cook, but I just don't want to.
That's an overreaction.
First off, I'm not gonna feed into that because when Latif was saying stuff about Scoot the other day, I was just like, he's a rookie. You know what I'm saying? He's coming into his own right now. I'm not gonna say anything about Scoot. The
You
only
added Rib
thing
in the
that I have
Discord
to
this
say about
morning, or 2 days ago, or last night, or something like that. Talking
no, I
about
did. I said MJ may have cooked. I fear he hasn't drafted good like at all. So it's looking like this is gonna be his first one. Besides
Are you
from
actually watched a Brandon Miller game this year?
yeah.
Okay.
But he tagged Rib, bro. He was not trolling. He meant that serious.
Exactly.
He's
He
looking
did.
for cool
Anyway.
points.
No, I'm saying like the way I said the way. What are we talking about? I just said that's a good pick. What are we talking about? I'm just
I mean,
saying like the way I said it. That's like
I don't
Twitter
think
talk.
I don't think anyone ever thought it was gonna be a good pick. They just think that Scoot's potential is higher than Brandon Miller's. That's what it really is. Like I said he was gonna be a surefire like all-star type player. But I think Scoot potential was higher than that. So like I said. Anyways, bro, turn it down, bro. You keep looking for that clip. Anyways, my week one overreaction is the Grizzlies won't be making the playoffs at all. Probably won't even be in the play-in. They're gonna be a lottery team. They're 0-4. They have a tough schedule in the next coming weeks, and they need a playmaker badly. Marcus Smart is not it. Derrick Rose is not good enough as a playmaker to be your primary playmaker.
See, this
He's
is where
literally not.
this is where I get
He's
mad.
literally
This is where I
not.
get mad.
He's
This is where I
literally
get
not.
mad.
He's
If you
literally not.
actually watch besides yesterday's game,
I watched the
besides
Grizzlies.
yesterday's game, besides yesterday's game, if
So we
you
going
have
off a
watched,
2-game sample size?
bro, what are we talking, bro? Can I get
Hold
into
on,
what
hold
I
on.
was saying, bro?
Wait, let me finish though. I'm almost done. I'm almost done. The defense has stayed great as usual, but their half-court offense is terrible, and they can't rebound the ball because they don't got Steven Adams. So this team might be a lottery team. They might have one of the highest picks in the draft next year. We may be looking in the next few months. We may be looking at them drafting like Ron Holland or Montes or something like that. That's how bad it's about to get. It's an overreaction.
See, this I don't feed into
Listen.
that. Now
It's an overreaction.
you got a cue.
When we did standings to the West, and when I said Memphis wasn't going to be in a play-in, you had a lot to say.
Me?
I literally laid out the exact same things and the exact same reasons. Yeah, the exact same reasons that I said they weren't going to make the play-in. You're using to overreact when that always been a thing.
No, so listen, I stated these same reasons when I had them as a 9 seed. I don't know. You had them as 11 seed. I had them as a 9 seed. You act like that's a major really.
I didn't even have
really
them. I really probably had them at like 12, to be honest. I said they'd be fighting for it, but barely. Like, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean,
you should have switched your pick on that very episode because we knew this was gonna happen.
No, I did.
I did. The playmakers are
crazy.
Trash. D Rose is trash.
Now
D Rose is actually trash. If you be honest.
See, this is where we're lying. See, I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with saying like Derrick Rose is not the player that he once was, or anything of that nature. I don't have a problem with you saying that. But if you've actually watched, bro, when Derrick Rose is on the floor as an initiator, he is way better than all of the other people on the team. The offense actually flows. It has some type of flow to it. When he's off the floor, the offense is truly stagnant. So why are we lying? Just saying that Derrick Rose is a good playmaker is not a stretch at all. I believe besides last game.
It is. It's 2020.
No, it's not.
No, D Rose is a good playmaker is literally bad.
No, it's not. No, it's not. If you like actually pay attention to what the offense is looking like when he's not on the floor.
Don't worry. I'm about to, I'm stat man. I'm about to go look at it since you just said
you are stat boy. You're not stat man. You're stat boy.
He's shooting 32% from the field, bro. He's shooting 32%.
I didn't say he was an elite efficient scorer. By the way, I'm just saying he was. He initiates the offense pretty well, bro.
We got the 23. Okay, the 2024 Memphis Grizzlies are negative 12. On offense, points per possession when he's on the court.
Yo, he got like a 1-to-1 assist to turnover ratio. Bro.
He quiet, bro.
1-to-1 assist to turnover ratio.
He quiet.
He is bad, bro.
They are negative 21 when he's on the floor, Jaden. On offense and defense combined. So you are you look at you quiet.
No, I was actually looking for. I was looking through the episode for when I was talking about breakdowns. I don't even know what you said actually.
So they first of all, on offense specifically, they are 12 points worse when he's on the floor, right? And on defense, they
Mm.
are like 0.8 points worse. So they're a combination like they're negative 21 when him on the court, bro. It's right here. I'm not making this up. It's right here. You can see it.
Have
So
you? Can you tell me if you've watched the games?
32% from the field,
I watched the
1-1
games, yeah.
assist to
No, he's
turnover
actually no. Derrick
ratio.
Rose has actually been like a negative offensively when it comes to like scoring the ball. Like I understand that, but I'm
And
talking about
he's
initiating the offense. That's all I'm talking
assist
about.
to
Actually,
turnover ratio is a good stat when talking about playmaking. It's
right?
bad. It's bad. For
I
every
mean,
assist he getting a turnover. That's bad, bro.
um, yeah, that's cool, but I still don't think that does play a part. But I'm talking about initiating the offense. Just because you're not getting an assist doesn't mean like you're not initiating the offense. I
When
don't
he's not
I
when
don't
he's
know.
not getting assists and when he's not scoring the ball inefficiently when he does it, he's throwing the ball away. That's all it
Facts.
is. He
That
how
is true.
what
Again,
is good
I'm
about
not
that?
saying
There's nothing good
Q
about
Q
that.
Q. I'm not acting like Derrick Rose is one of those guys anymore. I'm just saying to
He's
say
not a
that
guy,
he's not a good
period, though.
playmaker.
He's not though.
Okay.
Everything is everything
Okay.
is everything being said is telling you he's not, and you're going against it.
No, I'm not going Q. I'm agreeing with you. He's when it comes to scoring the ball, he's a negative. When it comes to turning over the ball, he's a negative. All I'm saying is when it comes to initiating the offense, when he's on the floor, the offense
So
runs smoothly in the half court. It runs
how if
better.
the
It runs better
how if
when it comes to
how
being
if
an
the stat
initiator, bro.
if the stats don't back that up, how are you saying that off of
Bro, you
vibes?
can be an initiator. No,
All right, my
you
fault. So
you
when he brings the ball up the court and crosses half court, it just looks better, is what you're telling me. Because
you
that's the
can
only thing
no
he's
you
doing
can
that's positive. Because he's not
Steve,
scoring positive, he's not initiating
Can you
positive
be
at
an
all. He's not
initiator?
passing the ball.
Can you be an initiator and can the offense flow better with you on the court without you having necessarily getting assists?
But it doesn't. Because he's a
Uh
negative when he's on the court of offense.
yeah, I can't get with that, Jaden, because he is literally they're negative.
Okay, shut up,
They're
bro.
11 points worse. They're 11 points worse when he's on the floor. I don't know what to tell you, brother. I
All
don't know
right,
what to tell
bro.
you.
He's
Cool.
worse. They're worse when he's on the court.
They literally are, bro.
Cool,
That's
man.
what the stat is
So
for, to let you know if they're good or not.
wait. So when Derrick Rose literally let that comeback, I forgot what team it was against. When he let that comeback and then he got taken off the floor and then the offense just got stagnant. Like what are we talking about, bro?
That's
What
one
are we
instance,
talking
bro.
about?
That's one
You,
instance, but
you bringing up a one-off scenario when we don't have one game, but we got 3 games. And on average,
So now
he's
we
four,
can use
bad.
three games.
four,
So
four,
now
four,
no.
four.
Q. Cool,
4,
four.
excuse me,
Q.
he's
So
bad.
now we can use. No, I think he meant like the other three games. So I
Okay.
don't know. So Q. Now we can use 3 games. We use 3 games now, but when I use 3 games, it's just like it's
You know,
crazy.
let me respond because that's a
I'm
dumb point.
using you. I'm
Uh,
using you. I'm
no.
putting you in
There's
your words.
no, not even that. Not even that. Q. Not even
Making a
that. Q.
stat.
Not even that. Q. Because it's just a dumb point. Just because he's only been with
It's not a
the
dumb
Grizzlies for
point.
4. Yes, he is because he's only been with the Grizzlies for 4 games. One and two. You're talking about
Oh,
him.
because no. So how can we say he's not good? How can we
No,
say he's not good if it's only been 4 games?
you say
How
he's
can we
the,
say he's not good if it's only been four
you say
games?
he's the best. You said no. You say he's the best initiator on this offense, and
He
through
is.
4 games, that has not been the case at all. It's just happened.
Who? All right. So tell me who's the best initiator on this team?
Mark Smart.
Please.
Mark Smart. Mark Smart. All right.
You
And I
won, bro.
bet you feel that way. And I bet you if you look at the stats, they'll be all better than what Derrick Rose is putting up on any per 36
He
metric.
plays more.
Everything.
That
But
doesn't
if you
matter.
use a per 36,
No,
if
I
you
didn't
get
hear you. I didn't hear you say that. I
per
didn't hear you say
36
per
numbers, it
36.
probably still look better because Derrick Rose's per 36 numbers are horrible. There's a reason why he doesn't get 36 minutes a night. That lets you know what they would do if they was a starter, and it's bad. Like bad.
Well,
There's
I
nothing.
just don't. I
Nothing
really.
that you can see. There's nothing that you're seeing that's gonna that's gonna make up for that. There's actual numbers behind this.
So,
All right.
well, let me get this straight. Your week on overreaction was just that DeAndre Ayton is not gonna average 22 and 12. That was a week on overreaction. Like that was all you
Yeah,
had.
that was really like the only one. I didn't have too many overreactions. I don't know why you just like tried to pull that out like I did. It was pretty crazy to me, actually. Can
Q,
you
can
give
we
me
get
an
your
instance where I was overreacting?
you've been talking about Paulo, and you were saying that Sengun's is
I've not been
taking that
talking
step.
about Paulo. See, you're
Yes, you have.
lying. Q is he? Is Q? Can you please be objective on this one and admit that he's lying? You literally brought
I'm
Paulo
gonna
this
I'm gonna
morning.
start being objective when you start doing the same thing.
Okay, okay. So we're just gonna
Paulo
lie.
took a step back. Paulo took a step back. It's right here. I'm not trolling, bro. This is in the Discord. You're getting caught. It's like the third time this entire episode getting caught.
I said it.
Paulo
I said
stinks.
that once, bro.
What are you talking about? You said Paulo stinks. You saw when they was playing, bro. This was in the preseason too. You talking about Z is beat word than Paulo, all this other stuff, bro. So I don't want to hear that, bro.
He
I
was.
don't
What
want
are
to
we
hear
talking about? That doesn't
that.
just because I said he was making Pablo look like a fool doesn't mean like he's taking a step back. But he's
4
like
days ago,
actually. It looks like he made an indicator right now. If I'm looking at it right now, it looks like he might he might be going into a sophomore slump, bro.
So,
I don't know.
so first you didn't say it, and now the indicators are
No,
that he
I
might be
didn't. I
going to
didn't.
summer
I
slump.
didn't. No. Because you're acting like that's like a continuous thing. Like it was on the level of DeAndre Ayton. I wasn't like keep saying that. You were the one who brought it up this morning, bro. The one who brought it
Okay.
up this morning.
All right, bro.
But we can hop into the
Q,
teams we've been
hold
impressed with.
on. Q, can we get your overreaction, bro?
I
Oh,
don't
I didn't
really
know.
I'm not I don't really subscribe to that, bro. But if I pull one out of my hat, Assad Times are probably gonna be all NBA defense for like probably first or second team. If I had to pull one out of my hat. But I don't really subscribe to the 4 week, 4 game type nonsense. It's kind of crazy to me.
You could have just said also going to be all defense in his career. That would have been a good one, bro.
Nah, it's gonna happen this season though. Like rookie year, this season. Like at the end of the year. I don't gotta
Yeah,
wait for
I was
year
very
3.
high on the SAR. I was very high
Locked
on
up.
the SAR.
He was.
Q, stop, Q.
He was.
Oh my god.
Nah, he was.
Oh
He
my
was.
god. With that being said,
Nah,
bro,
he
let's just
was.
move on. Let's just move on, bro. So teams we have been impressed with. Latif has subscribed to the whole River Brown, Joel Moran, whole pick a side logic. He has a whole bunch of teams now. I don't know what's going on with him. It looks like there's no loyalty when it comes to fandom
I have a whole
anymore.
bunch of teams.
But
What teams
actually,
do I have?
we've
What teams do I have?
I believe it's the Pistons. First off, you're fanboying Cade now, which is
That's been a
disgusting.
thing, but
All your
okay,
tweets have
that's
been
been a
about
thing.
Cade. All
Okay,
your tweets have been about Cade. All
that's
right,
been
so
a
I would
thing.
say it's the Pistons. I would say it's the Pistons,
Lakers.
Lakers. Who else have you been fanboying, bro? No,
I'm trying to see
you've been
Cavs,
fanboying a couple.
the
Cavs and
Cavs.
OKC.
Okay, see, it's Kachet, but we understand that, and Shay, we
Yeah,
understand that.
see, okay,
Not for the whole team though. I'm not a Thunder fan. I've never said that, so I don't. Let's not do that. I like Chet, my rookie of the year pick. I like Shea because he's from Kentucky. That's it. Right? Everybody else on my team, I don't care for. I mean, obviously J-Dub.
I feel like I'm missing more. I feel like I'm missing more. See, the thing is, people don't understand when you like say like when somebody says something and then you say like give me evidence. That's really like a manipulation tactic. Because now I start forgetting. You know what I'm saying? You trying to manipulate me, bro. But we can hop into the teams that we've been impressed with.
All right,
Can you start?
what's wrong with you, dude?
Somebody take
Times, bro.
advantage of you or something.
Nah, bro, it's just a manipulation tactic, bro.
All right. So we start with impressed with. The team I've been most impressed with so far to start the season is the Oklahoma City Thunder. They've been great through 4 games. They're 3-1. They've been beating all the teams they should beat. Their defense looks amazing. They have so many athletes that can defend, that can get out in transition. Shay's looking like an MVP candidate. Chet is looking like the rookie of the year potentially. So I've just been very impressed with their start so far. I think they beat. Who did they beat? Did they beat the Pelicans?
No, they beat the Cavs. They beat the Cavs.
Yeah, they beat the Cavs. That was a good win.
Pelicans, bro.
They beat the Pistons, the Cavs, and who else they beat? I think the.
Nah, that's it.
No, they're 3-1.
Nah, they got one more win. They beat the Cavs. They beat the Pistons.
They beat the Nets. Was that them? I think they beat the Nets, bro. They play the Pelicans tomorrow, though. Oh, they beat the Bulls. They beat the Bulls. So they've been beating all. They've
Oh yeah,
been
they
beating
killed the
all the
Bulls. They
teams.
killed the Bulls.
Yeah. They've been beating all the teams they should beat, and they beat the Bulls by 20 points. Beat the Cavs with Donovan Mitchell dropping like 40 points. Still beat them. They're playing great in crunch time. They got blew up by the Nuggets, but it's the Nuggets, so I'm gonna give them that one. And then they beat the Pistons. They controlled the entire game, so they're winning the games they should win. They got a test against the Thunder tomorrow at 6:30. But if BI is not there, they will be losing. The Thunder Pelicans will be losing.
What happened to your boy Cade the other night, bro? What happened?
Oh,
Turnover issues,
turnover issues.
inefficient, overall bad game. But hey, you gotta take the lumps, man.
He needs spacing against a team like that. Against a team like the Thunder with those defenders,
Got
he needs
no
spacing.
shooters, bro.
No shooters, bro.
First off, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm not even trying to get into Zion fandom. But first off, you said tomorrow they will be beating up on the Pelicans if we don't have BI. Who is gonna guard Zion? Honestly.
Check.
And the thing is, you didn't. If I don't know if you watched, but we got killed on the boards, which was not Zion's fault. And everybody was not making shots. Nobody was making. Zion was making the right passes, and nobody was making shots. So the loss against the Warriors, truly, I wouldn't say it's on Zion in the slightest. All right, that's cap. That's cap.
He didn't step
Zion doesn't play better.
Yeah, he didn't. I don't know what you're talking about.
But
listen,
it's a lot of factors that's around that, and I don't think the Pelicans are going to shoot that bad and get nominated on the boards like that again. So
that's our only loss.
Yeah,
it is our only loss. I would say, like I said, if you said who guards Zion, I mean, they could probably gonna put J-Dub on him and then have Chet Roan.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Okay.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Why not?
You know what happened? What happened when Jared Jackson was roaming? What happened with that?
What do you mean, Jared Jackson? You're lying. See, this is bro. Jared Jackson got in foul trouble. That's the only reason Zion started scoring. He had him in a box until then, bro.
Oh my!
That's
that
really what I watched
true.
that game. I watched that
Bro,
game.
he almost lost me my parlay. I thought he was a bum. I was talking crazy about him, bro. He had like 3 points and a half, bro.
Yeah, Jaren Jackson had him in the box. He had him in the box. That's not.
He didn't have him in the box. He was just first off. Jaren Jackson was just waiting there. Zion got to his spots, and then
where else he gonna go?
Jaren is a great shot blocker. He's a great shot blocker. But guess what? What happened? What happened when Jaren Jackson was sitting in that paint and Zion came through the lane? What happened? Let me know.
He had 5 fouls.
Eventually, something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
5 fouls. Yeah, 5 fouls.
You shoot at a basket amount of times, you're gonna make one, bro.
I don't know. I think he ran off like 22 after that. I don't know. I could be wrong. But this is what happened. This is what happened. This is what happened when you mess with my boy Zion, man.
Bro, first of all, that was like in the first quarter when Zion wasn't even playing well. So he was 9 for 17 as only all his shots was in the paint. So that's not good, bro. I will let you know that. That's not good. If all your shots in the paint, you going 9 for 17.
He's 6'6". He's 6'6" going to get 7 footers.
It doesn't matter.
Let me know.
Man.
Can you get to the team you've been impressed with, Q? He's yapping.
I don't got a team that I'm impressed with, but I've been impressed with Chet. Chet, so far, he's been 15, 6, and 2 with 4 stocks a game, shooting 60, 60, and 77 splits. That's crazy. 77% true shooter. His per 36 numbers is 28 and 2 with 6 stocks. And those 6 stocks is about 4 blocks, 2 steals. He's like looking amazing. He's fitting right in. He did get killed by Joker, but it's Joker and Chet's like 190 pounds soaking wet, so we can't really hold him for that. But Chet, he's looking like he's going to be in that running for Rookie of the Year, along with Wemby, obviously, and along with Brandon Miller.
Yeah, I don't really have a team that I'm much so impressed with right now. But I do have a team that I'm disappointed with. I am very disappointed in the Rockets. Now, what I would say is the culture is definitely different. I agree wholeheartedly with what Draymond said. It was a tough game until they pulled away at the end, so that has something to do with Ime. But my problem is, so far, it's looking like JG hasn't taken that step that I was planning. It's looking like I might have to write a check to Teeth. Hopefully, that doesn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Well, that doesn't happen. But
you
it's
might
like
as well. You might as well send it now. I promise you.
You might as well send mine now.
I'm gonna just send it to Teeth.
You can get out. You can get out at 75. You can get out at 75 right now, Jay. I ain't gonna lie.
Drop it to 50. Drop it to 50, and you know what I'm saying? We get drop it to 50. Drop it to 50, and we may have a talk. But anyways, It's looking like JG hasn't taken that step, and it's looking like Jabari hasn't taken that step. Fred VanVleet has looked like a negative so far. Sengun is your best player. I didn't expect that to happen, and I'm not trying to diminish Sengun because I believe he's a great talent. T says that you think he can be like a Sabonis type, something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
I can see something like that,
He has
but
those
I
type of
didn't.
abilities.
I
Yeah,
think he's a better passer than
man,
Sabonis, though.
for sure. He's like one of the best passing big men in the game. Anywho, I didn't expect Sengun to be the best player. I thought it was going to be a lot of changes, especially with Fred VanVleet, Asar. You know, just playmaking wise, getting him open looks, and JG has. I wouldn't say terrible. Actually, I don't know. I don't know.
No, he's
But
that.
I'm very yeah. He has been. He has. It's not looking so good right now. I'm very disappointed with them. I'm not saying I expected them to win a lot of games. I like that they're fighting, but just my guys, the guys who I thought were going to perform, have not been performing.
I don't know who he thought NBA Udoka was. He in his first season, he literally had a stacked roster. Yes, he had them locked in defensively, but was he going to come in year one and change his entire culture? No, I don't know why anybody expects that.
Again, I didn't think that they were gonna win a lot of games. And like Draymond said, he has kind of changed the culture a little bit. You know what I'm saying? They're actually fighting. They're actually I wouldn't say contending, but they're not giving up. You know what I'm saying? So
They're fighting with bottom.
he has changed
They
some
fighting
things.
with the Spurs. They were fighting with
The thing
the
is, changing the culture don't just magically make your players better. You know what I'm saying?
No, for
And
sure.
like, I don't know who people thought Fred VanVleet was. Like, Fred VanVleet, not this great table setter that everybody just assumed he was because he's $40 million. Yeah, he's not a great table setter. He's, you know, pretty league average in terms of like, starting point guards. Like Tyus Jones and him probably on the same level as just initiating the offense. Like, it's not that much of a drop off, and they're about the same defensively. It's like it's not Fred VanVleet. Like, he's ain't all that. Dylan Brooks shouldn't be your second or third best player on some nights on his team. Jalen Green still is inefficient as hell. And Amon Thompson, he has a short leash, but I think that's due to like, people in front of him and the way the team is going right now. Ime Udoka himself. You got to remember, he only coached one season. And again, he was on a stacked roster with basically a top 7 player in the league and an all NBA guy. Like, you don't really know what he can do with a team. Like, this team is probably
Right.
still 2 years, 3 years out.
No, Q. I didn't expect. I wasn't like putting a lot on Fred VanVleet. It was just the fact that getting Fred VanVleet and then getting him in, you're looking at you're looking to take the ball away from Jalen Green like with on ball action, and that should have been a huge plus for him, and it hasn't been so far. So I wasn't saying like Fred VanVleet was going to be the needle mover. I just expected it to help Jalen Green offensively, and it doesn't look like that so far.
I mean, it's only been 4 games, but like I said, I've been notoriously a little like hard on Jalen Green as a player. I think I've said some stuff that was a little bit too harsh, but honestly, at the root of it, I probably was right. Like, he is a inefficient shot chucker who cannot play make and cannot defend. So,
But the thing is, he can get efficient. Like, you can get efficient, and you can not like you can learn how to play make, but you can facilitate better in offense. Like Zach LaVine was of the same mold. He had the same knocks, and he just became efficient, and a lot of those knocks went away. He still is kind of a shot chucker, but he's efficient at it now. He's not a great playmaker either. So Zach LaVine, probably that's the comp. Like, you would hope he takes that kind of jump. For him to be an all-star, he just has to be a 25-point per game, 27-point per game guy on decent efficiency. His defense doesn't really have to come on just to get that accolade. That just won't happen in the next 2 years because, one, the guards in the West is heavy, and 2, he just ain't there yet. Like, he's just not that type of player yet. It's hard to see it. Like, he might end up being Jamal Murray, and Jamal Murray still ain't making no all-star game yet.
He is what I'm explaining until he proves me differently, though. Like, until he shows me differently, then he is an inefficient shot chucker that can't play defense. And that's why I thought that he was. First of all, him being an all-star was just ludicrous and was never going to happen.
Yeah, I don't know.
So,
bro, smoking.
It's not ludicrous. It's not ludicrous. I expected a big thing. I expected a big jump from him, and he hasn't taken that jump. It's not ludicrous.
That's crazy. And I was trying to ask, who did you think he was gonna take a spot from as an all-star? Like, who do you think he'd be able to take a spot from?
It wasn't even. I'm gonna be honest, Q. it wasn't even about that. Like it wasn't me putting him over certain guys. Uh, it was just a jump. I thought he was going to take an insane leap, bro. It
You can
wasn't
say he could.
necessarily like I think he's going to be. I
Yeah,
think he's going
but
to be better than somebody. I thought it was just going to be a leap that was so crazy that people were gonna be like, oh no, this guy's it. Like he's coming into his own. And then he was going to get some All Star considerations, and then and he's like a fan favorite.
I don't know if he
Uh,
is.
right.
I don't know if he is. I was gonna say that. I don't know how
Look,
powerful
and
he is.
I'm just asking for him to make the All Star team. Him making a starter, he's not making that just being a fan favorite. If you want to think he's a fan favorite, but he's not. But he's not going to make it as a starter over Steph and Luka. So that leaves him about 4 to 5 spots as a guard, and the coaches are going to pick those guards. They're not. They're probably going to go with Anthony Edwards, Devin Booker. You got depending on what James Harden does now. Jamal Murray's getting love. People think Jamal Murray should make an All Star team. De'Aaron Fox is bugging right now. That's already 5 spots, and the rest is a bunch of other guys. Like, what if Clay does something, or what if Bradley Beal does something? There's a lot. There's a lot of people in his way, like a lot. Like Kyrie could make one if he starts playing well again. There's way too many guards for you to even think he was going to make a leap. That he was about to just make the All Star game.
right. No, I will admit it was kind of an overreaction, but I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I'm not pulling out of it right now. A lot of things can change. It only has been like 3, 4 games.
Oh, really?
Uh, yeah, really, actually.
Okay.
So
You don't got that same energy for
Q Chief.
you don't got that same energy for
Not when you call yourself
DeAndre Ayton.
dominating. Not when you say things like that. Not
Jalen Green
demanding the
calls
ball at
himself a
all.
bucket, bro. He calls himself a bucket.
I mean, I guess I don't know.
Yeah, but I've been disappointed with the Lakers so far. We're 2-2 through 4 games. And it hasn't looked pretty. We had a 5-point win over the Suns without Devin Booker and Bradley Beal. Was not happy about that. And then we had a 3-point win against the Magic last night. Was not happy about that. Those are games we need to be handily winning, showing our dominance. The role players have been inconsistent. All of them. LeBron has not played as good as he should be playing. Anthony Davis, over the last few games, has stepped up, so I'm not going to give him too bad. But the shooting has been terrible. The defense has not been good. The coaching has not been good. Been very, very disappointed with the Lakers so far in the season. For sure.
I'm on the same wavelength with you there. Like, they're just not between substitutions and sets and who the ball is running through. Like, it's just a lot of nonsense going on. I think a lot to be fixed. Like once we get Vando back and things like that, but they still got to. Darvin Ham still got to figure some things out. Austin Reeves has to play better. He just started really getting all ball opportunities 2 games ago, but he still hasn't been efficient. So it's like that's something like I feel like we're gonna still have to make a move down the line or just change the lineup completely. Probably start running LeBron James at that point, send D'Lo to the bench or something like that. But for me, I'm disappointed in Miami, and not because of like, they're starting off bad like per usual, but like they're starting off bad. They beat the Detroit Pistons by like 2 points, and there's moves being made. Like there's people on the move already. James Harden just got on the move, and obviously Miami needs like a piece to some type of offensive piece to really contend. And they're still Pat Riley's still sitting down, not doing anything. Clearly, you need to make some moves. Moves are being made. Get better because you're not going to be able to compete in this Eastern Conference just with Jimmy Butler and Bam. Like it's just not going to happen.
I would like to say though, out of all your overreactions so far, Jaden, LeBron one might be. I ain't gonna lie. I might have to give you your flowers. I ain't gonna lie. I don't rejectly because I don't know, bro. It don't look the same. Q. I know it's 4 games, of course, but his jump shot, I don't think it's not coming back. So as long as he's able to get to the paint, he might still average like a 25 and like 7 and 7. But we definitely gonna have to see because
yeah, my cat over here about to die.
Yo, this is crazy. That was crazy. But LeBron, I don't know. Honestly, that might be.
That's not funny. That's not funny.
LeBron might your LeBron take by him aggression might be the only one you might. I don't know, bro. It's too early to say. But like I said, LeBron has been underwhelming. He's been on BS so far this season, so he needs to get better immediately.
Nah, yeah, he's straight. He's straight. He's straight. I think so.
Yeah. I don't understand. Like, I guess you and Q are basketball savants. Just like you live and breathe the sport. Um, but when I say something, I guess it's
Okay,
casual. I
you
guess
know
it
the
makes
reason. You
more
know the reason
sense.
because your
No, let
explanations.
me speak. Let me
You never
speak,
provide
bro.
any
Let me
good
speak.
explanations ever. You never provide good explanations, like
It's
literally
not
ever.
true. That's not true. I will take I will take the Jalen Green take 100%. I may be wrong. 100%, 100%. All my other takes, they don't prove to be wrong so far. They do not prove to be wrong. I said the shit about LeBron. Again, I'm not even gonna overreact with LeBron. I'm not gonna overreact. The season is just ramping up. I'm not even gonna overreact with DeAndre Ayton.
What was the LeBron take though?
I said I think he's gonna fall off a bit. Anyways, I'm not even gonna hold you to the DeAndre Ayton thing. It's just starting. But everything I've said on this podcast, bro, you can't necessarily say I've been wrong. You can't necessarily
What
say that. So let's just say Q
what
what?
what shows you that LeBron taken a step back? The
Oh,
minutes
oh,
restriction,
all right, bro.
the points per. I'm asking. Is it him not playing a lot of minutes, or then him playing a lot of minutes and having to bring a team back in the fourth quarter against the Suns that didn't have Bradley Beal or Devin Booker? Like, is it that? Is it him being great in the fourth quarter? Like, was it that? Is it like because he's averaging 22? Because he could go off with 35 and that'd be right at 27 again. So it's like, what's the decline? Like, what are you seeing that you ain't seen in the past 5 years?
Again, not to be like a what's the bird that just repeats everything? Not to be like a pair, but like Latif said, it doesn't look the same. Now, again, I've been giving LeBron his props. I think that he'll always be elite just when it comes to getting downhill. I think that he'll be probably around like the 22, 24 points per game just off of getting to the basket alone because he's still proving that he's elite at getting to the basket. Everything else, like Latif said, it just doesn't look the same, bro. Like he's falling off, bro. He's falling
I'm
off.
No,
asking,
He's falling
what
off a little bit.
does it look the same? Like, what doesn't look the same?
He still can't shoot. He's gonna have more. He's gonna have the same minute restrictions because he's old. Um, all stuff that I've said already, actually. But again, I'm not saying like he's a bad player. He's still one of those ones. I think that he's still elite at getting downhill. He's provided sparks in these past games. So again, I'm not saying he's bad. I'm just saying like he's taking a hit, bro.
honestly,
I'm
think
Father's
we're
time is
not.
coming.
Honestly, we're not gonna be able to tell into the playoffs. Honestly, because that's what he's not gonna really wrap it up into the playoffs. Honestly,
because
so that doesn't mean regression though.
you brought up the minutes restriction just now. That got thrown out after the first game, so he's not going to be on that. You say he still can't shoot. He still was never able to shoot. So those two things don't really like
Never able
justify
to
the
shoot.
argument. He's
Well,
not. He's
last
never
year,
been a great shooter, bro. He's
well,
a
last
streaky
year,
No,
shooter.
last
He
year
last
was
he
year,
couldn't
so
shoot. Last year he couldn't shoot, but the year before that, I think he was pretty good. I think the
38% is
year before,
not being a good shooter.
last year he was abysmal. No, last year he was abysmal and still averaged like around 30. The thing is though, um, yeah. So I don't think the shooting is a point, but it's like, um, I think this is going to be the actual year where AD takes over the team, and then at that point, then his points per game probably will go down. But I think it'll probably go down to like 25 though.
could we
But
talk about cool,
regression
cool.
won't be
Could we
shown to
talk
the
about
playoffs.
how Latif, cool. I really don't want to get I really don't want to get into LeBron. Could we talk about how you said um the Lakers have um one of the best guard depth in the league? Can we talk about how D'Lo is actually like pooping the bed? How Gabe Vincent is actually pooping the bed? How Austin Reeves doesn't look like Austin Reeves of last year? So far, can we talk about that or no?
We can. I actually, like I said, I'm not even trolling here, and you probably not gonna believe me, but I genuinely don't remember saying that. So if I still, I I think JD made
So JD is
terrible.
lying.
No.
So
He's already openly admitted that he may have said different words than I said. So I don't remember actually
that's
saying
not
that.
what he. I don't remember him
No,
saying that though.
go look in the chat. He said he said it was I might say a word similar, but I genuinely don't remember him saying that they had one of the best guard
Okay,
duos.
cool.
Yeah.
So
Even,
when
I
we
would
even
have
though
read
I
never
did
this
said
though,
for
nothing close to that. Like I would have never said anything close to that. I'm not even
even
gonna
though I
lie.
did say it, if I did say it, that was definitely wrong. But
Q. This is where I'm gonna catch him in a lie. Q. After I showed that screenshot, he proceeded to back that. He proceeded to back the take up, and then started
yes,
asking what teams have more depth. So you're literally backing up what he said, and then now
because
it's proven that you were wrong. You didn't say it.
can I? No, what happened was you sent a screenshot, and I'm like, I read it. I read a screenshot. I'm like, so I guess I did say this or something like that. But then I went back to looking at the group chat, and I never that's never in writing, so I don't remember saying that. So I initially backed it because like if I said something, then I'm gonna back it. But if I didn't say it, then why are you even why is this being a thing if I actually literally didn't say it? So but so that's what that is. But yeah, the Lakers guard's been playing terrible so far. Yes, yeah. And if, like I said, if I said that, I'm wrong. If I said that, I was wrong. But I don't remember saying that. So
All right. There's not too much to talk about. We were gonna talk about football, but um, that'll be for a different episode. It's great to have the NBA back, man. Like I'm genuinely every night I've been excited to watch some basketball, so that's pretty good. Um, episode 56, that is a wrap. Damn, we didn't hit an hour. Thought we would hit an hour. But if you haven't subscribed, follow, make sure you do that. And I appreciate all y'all for the support. And we out.